Pretty much everyone knows what fasting is, right? But what if I told you that there are many different ways to do it? Stick around and I'll help you find out which one could work for you. What is fasting? Fasting is a period of time in which you restrict the amount or types of calories that you take into your body. Of the many types of fasts, there are 5 that I personally like and 1 that I just personally don't. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video for added benefits and additional tips on how to make fasting work for you. Okay, now before we get started, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions for us, just go ahead and leave them down in the comments and we'll make sure that we answer all of them. Okay, let's just get the one out of the way that I don't like so much. That one is the long-term fast. That is where you go anywhere from 30 days, 60 days plus, just drinking water. Some will also drink coffee, tea, and diet soft drinks of some sort because they don't have any calories. So basically it's a 0-calorie long-term diet, and I personally don't like it. Now I know there are some that swear by it and swear that it cleans out everything and gets everything running right again. I personally don't agree with it, but that's also just my opinion. Fast number 1, the 16-8 intermittent fast. What the 16-8 fast is you have an 8-hour eating window in which you eat all of your meals, whether they be 1, 2, or 3 meals, and then you have a 16-hour fast window. Essentially what happens is after your body has digested the food that you've eaten during the 8-hour window, it will use the remainder of the 16 hours to use your body fat as fuel. So I find this fast to be one of the easiest and the most practical out of all the fasts. And it's the most sustainable in my opinion. And that brings us to fast number 2, OMAD. Now, you might ask, what is OMAD? Well, it's an acronym for 1 meal a day. And I think that pretty much says it all. You eat 1 meal a day. Whatever your caloric or your macro needs are, you eat them in one 1-hour window, and then you fast for the other 23. It's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot of thinking involved. All you have to do is just worry about whether or not you can last the 23 hours without eating. That's it. Okay, on to number 3, and that is the 5-2 split. Basically, what the 5-2 split is you eat normally for 5 days, and then you fast for 2. So you find a cutoff point on your 5th day, and then you don't eat anything until the beginning of day 1. Not really much to say on that beyond that. Let's move on. Now, while these next 2 some may find gimmicky, I personally find value and use in both. So for number 4, we're going to be talking about the fat fast. Now the fat fast is a 3 to 5 day period where you drop your calories down to 1,000 to 1,200 calories, and all of your caloric intake is made up of 80 to 90% fat. Yes, you raise your fat to 80 to 90%. Those fats can include everything from butter to mayonnaise to oils, cheeses, anything that has a high fat count you can have, provided that you hit your 80 to 90% fat macro. Okay, that is going to boost your ketone production, and it will kickstart your fat loss if you are in a stall or you're trying to get back into ketosis, after a carb binge, which we've all had. So again, that is tip number 4, the fat fast. Now I save this fast for last because, like the 16-8, it is also very popular. And that is number 5, the egg fast. Now the egg fast, like the fat fast, lasts 3 to 5 days. The only difference is that you're eating 3 to 5 meals a day, and it's comprised of strictly 6 to 10 eggs, 1 ounce of cheese per egg, and 1 tablespoon of butter per egg. Now, all of this depends on your caloric intake if you're counting calories. If you're not counting calories, eat 6 to 10, however hungry you are, and just make sure that you're not starving yourself, and make sure you're not stuffing yourself. Now, before you start this, figure out how many calories are in your eggs, figure out how many calories are in your cheese, and figure out how many calories are in your butter. Okay? Calculate all of that and figure out how many you can have so that you don't go over your caloric intake. But again, that's only if you're counting calories. If you're strictly a macro person, then you don't have to worry about it, because that's what this fast is for. The macros are already figured out to be suitable for a ketogenic diet. I did say that if you stuck around to the end of the video that I would have additional tips and benefits for intermittent fasting if you stuck around to the end of the video. Thank you for doing so. But again, while you're at it, if you could subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment on this video or any other video, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Now on with the tips. Now this first one is a bit of a tip and a benefit, and that would be finding a set time to eat your meals. Now, not only will that keep you consistent, but it will keep you honest and it will keep you on track. With the OMAD, you know that you have that window you can eat in, and that's a pretty easy set window. Now, when you're on the 16-8, you have that 8-hour window, and you know that you can eat anytime before that or during that. Now you can lengthen your fast and shorten your eating window, but I would not do it the other way around and extend your eating window and shorten your fasting window. Kind of defeats the purpose of a fast. So if you're going to extend anything, I would extend your fast on the 16/8 and shorten your eating window. But if you have a set time when you're eating during the 16/8, it will keep you right on track. Another tip to fasting is when to do your cardio, and that would be as close to the end of your fasting window as possible. When you do that, all of your food and your glycogen stores and everything are fully depleted, and when you work, when you exercise, when you do any kind of cardio, what your body's going to do is going to tap into your fat stores for energy, and that's what you will burn while you're doing your cardio workout. So again, do your cardio at the end of your fasting window. Another thing to remember when you're exercising is that your body is going to use up its glycogen stores first before it taps into your fat, which is why fasting before your cardio helps. Now your body can only hold in your liver approximately a teaspoon of glycogen at a time. And as far as your body's storing fat goes, well, we can see how much fat the body can store. So after your glycogen storages are depleted, your body is going to start using all of that stored fat for fuel. So for more videos like this, stick around to the very end of the video, where we're going to offer up 2 options for you to get some more information on battle rope, nutrition, you name it. And we also offered up this nice subscribe button right in the middle in case you missed it any other time during the video. So feel free to hit that, and we will see you in the next one.